Let's be real. Being a working mom is one of the hardest jobs in the world. We feel like we are juggling so much our careers, our home, our kids, our relationships. And no matter how hard we try, it feels like we are never able to do enough. We feel exhausted to the core, and yet we wake up every day and do the same thing over and over again. I found an opportunity that changed that for me, and I want to share that with you today. So if you're interested, you're going to want to stay on and watch this video. Hi, I'm Tony, and I know exactly how that feels because I've been there. I was working a six-figure corporate job that looked on paper perfect. But the truth, my life was a train wreck. I was working 50, 60 hours a week, trying to manage it all, and I felt like I was failing everyone. But what if I told you that it didn't have to be this way? What if you could actually have time with family, financial freedom, and a life that you actually want to live? Listen, I have seen it happen, not just in my own life, but for so many other moms that were in this online business community that I'm in. I witnessed women who used to cry themselves to sleep at night, feeling stuck and defeated, now living lives that they designed, living lives of freedom. They are enjoying their life. Some have paid off all their debts, retired their husbands, things that none of us could ever dream would actually be possible for our own lives. When I saw that, I knew I wanted to be a part of that, and I want to share that with you. Now, if you want to get more details, just click the link in the description below, and I will share a free blueprint for the details of this online business. All right, let's continue. Okay, let's talk about as a working mom. Don't you feel like you are always on the go? You wake up early and you don't go to bed till late, and the entire day you're running, and you never feel like you are getting anything accomplished that matters. I know by the time I got into bed, I wasn't just tired. I was drained physically and emotionally. The one key factor that I changed was starting this online business. I learned how to create a system that worked for me instead of the other way around, which I had been living my entire life. Now I'm able to do just 2 hours a day of income earning work, and I have a business that runs for me 24/7, so I can actually go out and enjoy my life. I want to share that with anybody else because I know that's what we all want. When I was working that full-time job, the worst for me was the guilt that I felt. I missed so many moments of my family's lives. I missed a surgery because I was 9 hours away and my son had to have an appendectomy. I got there afterwards, but the surgery was done by the time I got back. And I had been up for 48 hours straight. The guilt that I felt for not being there, I don't want anybody else to feel. And it doesn't have to be that way. This business, it just didn't give me my time back, but it gave my presence back. I wasn't exhausted all the time, and I could be here for those moments that mattered most. Now, thankfully, I haven't had to deal with another surgery of a kid. I haven't had to miss the wrestling matches. Just being there, walking through their things of what's happening in their life and that they just need you, but you gotta be there. And you gotta be emotionally there too. And when you are working 50, 60 hours a week, let's be real, that connection is not always there because you just want everybody around you to just leave you alone so you can have one moment of peace. But then you feel like you're a failure because you're doing that too. With this business, you don't have to go through that guilt of trying to be everything all at once, but being pulled in too many directions that you're just always overwhelmed. You don't have to have that anymore. When I tell you this business was a game changer for me, it absolutely was. It didn't happen overnight for me, but it taught me how to build consistent passive income so I could replace my six-figure income job. For the first time in my life, I finally felt like I was in control of my life, not my boss, not my company, not everything that was surrounded me controlled my life. I did. I remember feeling like I was spinning so many plates that one small thing that would happen and go wrong that I didn't plan for would cause everything to crash. The job needed me, my family needed me, and I felt like there wasn't a single moment in any day that was mine. That's what the beauty of this business gave me. It gave me structure, a system that didn't require me to figure out everything on my own. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, I felt empowered. I was able to start every day knowing exactly what I needed to do. For the first time In my entire life, probably, I felt like I had space to breathe. When I saw what other moms were doing, how they were breaking free from the same cycle that I was in, I knew that I had to be a part of this program. Moms who were exhausted, overwhelmed, and feeling stuck just like me were completely changing their lives. And I knew if they could do it, I could do it. I knew I was watching real moms change their life, paying off debt, retiring their husbands, living life on purpose like I knew I wasn't doing. And I knew that I wanted my life changed the same way. And I want to be able to help other moms do the same thing. If any of this message is resonating with you and you want to at least look at the opportunity that I'm talking about that has changed my life, I'd love for you to click the link in the description. I'll send you a free blueprint and it will share more details about this business. Maybe it's for you, maybe it isn't, but you owe it to yourself to at least look it over and see if it is. Because if any of those emotions that I were feeling, you're in the same place, I can tell you this business completely changed my life. And you know what? It might do the same for you. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next video.